Let me show you what we got going on today's job. It's a little bit different than my typical hardscaping and retaining walls excavation jobs. As some of you know, if you follow the channel, we also do some work on these guys right here, cell towers. I don't actually do anything for the cell phone companies. It's usually radio related. That's what this one is, and this is what they call a decommission. So we're going to be removing some equipment off of this tower. What we're doing is we're taking off, there's a dish right there. We're going to be removing that guy. That's not that big of a deal. And we're going to be removing that one. And then the tough one is up here. It's behind that cluster. You can't really see it. It's a little bit higher and behind, and it's on a mount that weighs probably like 400 pounds. So that's where the interesting factor comes in. I brought my drone out, so hopefully I can get some cool shots while I'm up there. I'm getting ready to suit up. You see these pegs that are staggered right here. You got to climb those climbing pegs, kind of get around some stuff, and then get up there to my working space. We got our gear here, all of our safety stuff set up. There's about 1 million lanternflies. You see these guys all over the place. They're jumping all over us. Really annoying. All right, guys, I made it up here. It wasn't an easy climb, and there's literally thousands of lanternflies. And in addition to the lanternflies, there's also bees flying around up here for God knows what reason. So what I ended up doing was taking the mount apart in multiple pieces. Thankfully, it was a bolt together style. Sometimes they're welded and you'd have to cut it into pieces. And I did this because how heavy it was. It was going to be way too difficult for me to handle that mount in one piece and safely lower it to the ground. So this was a little bit more time consuming this way, but it was the safer and essentially easier way, so I wasn't struggling as much. You can see I'm standing on top of another mount, which is probably like a 2-inch pipe. You know, that's the thing about working on these towers. You just have to get yourself in a position where you're comfortable and able to work. I'm obviously hooked on. I'm hooked to the tower, and I also have what they call a positioning lanyard on me, which is pulled pretty tight. So I mean, if I were to slip, I would only go down maybe a foot or so, because you know, you keep the positioning lanyard pretty taut most of the time. You give yourself enough slack to move around, but not too much slack. You can see I just put that cross member down, and now Phil's lowering it to the ground. And this was basically the process we used for every piece. I think there was like 6 or 7 pieces we had to lower down by the time it was all said and done. And where it was going, you know, the path it was taking, you could see it didn't hit anything, and it was far enough away from the tower where it wasn't getting tangled up. But that was the last piece. I think that was maybe the heaviest piece. It was like a 4x4 piece of tube steel. Now we're getting ready to get this guy down right here. You can see it's decently high. I don't know, I think we're like 75 feet or something. Phil's down at the bottom holding the rope. I'm connected here with a carabiner. All right, Phil, lower her down. Nice and easy. I'll try to steer it. Oh, there we go. Let me get you guys. Slow it down. Phil's a gunslinger down there. Just wants to get it down. These lanternflies up here are crazy. They're all over the place. Crawling on my arms and legs. It's really hard just to ignore them as one's crawling on you. There's one on a GoPro right now. I got my hand on it. Got it? I got the rope.
Alright, I got the antenna.
I already got the bottom one off. So now I just need to loosen that. And we're gonna lower this guy down in one piece.
Hey Phil,
Yeah.
I'm ready to send a dish down.
Alright.
Try to get you guys in a spot where you can see. Keep some tension on it.
Yep.
All right, let's start going down. Hopefully, oh, let me turn it so you guys can see. Hopefully, one of those chains are hung up. Hopefully it comes loose. Just in case you guys are wondering, this stuff is junk. That's part of the reason why we don't have to worry about it banging into anything. And it's not
Are you
hitting.
able to hold it there so
No.
Oh, it's breaking the end of it.
It's garbage.
Alright.
That's the last thing.
Well, that's a wrap for this one, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you want to see more videos like this, we work on these cell towers and things related to cell towers from time to time. I usually don't make videos about it because I just don't know how much interest there is. So, like I said, let me know in the comments, and if you guys like this content, we'll start recording it more often. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.